I think being British, I'm used to them conditions, so I don't mind whatever it does, but some rain wouldn't be unwelcomed.
And that's not a surprise there from Abby Pulling, because as the Brits say, they're used to the wet weather. Lando Norris has done well in the wet weather in Formula One, of course. So yeah, we would expect the British drivers to do well. You've seen obviously practice 1, Megan. You didn't see practice 2. What are your thoughts heading into qualifying? Who do you think is going to be the standout?
Well, Abby's looking quite strong, but so is Bustamante, so I reckon they're probably going to be near the top, I would say, this weekend. So probably them two going to be succeeding throughout this terrible weather that they are having.
You didn't see what Bustamante did yesterday, who lost it somewhere. I think it was turn 9 or something, and then calls out the red flag, and that was their session over. So hopefully she won't have that problem this weekend in qualifying. Josh is in the pits. Hello, Josh. What are your thoughts going into this qualifying session? Is he setting up for his touring cars, I think? So I might have thrown him in the wrong place.
Yeah, I think he is setting up.
Yeah, he's setting up for his touring cars because Josh T is online. Josh T is online. Don't panic. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. It's set to 1 already as we've already started the session.
So someone's already gone off?
No, it's not Bustamante because I see her on track. It's set to 1. I wonder if it's turn 1 because we saw that from him yesterday. Oh, that's right in the middle of the track. That is Ahmed Al-Kabasi.
Turn 3 might be, actually.
Yeah, turn 3 that they lost it. Yeah,
not a good place
just
to
as you
lose
go
it.
the high-low banking. Yeah.
Right on a hill.
I wonder if it will cause a red flag because it's way out of people's way. Oh, she's going. So she must have got something right. Of course, these cars don't have anti-stall in F4, the F4 cars, so she was able to get going. So at least the engine's on. So the engineers must have told her what to do. Keep going, Emma. There you go. She's back on the circuit. And no red flags, luckily, which is good. So green flag.
Oh, little bit of bit wide there for Bustamante. Almost went into the wall, didn't she?
She almost had the same thing as Ahmed Al-Kabasi there. That was so tight. So tight. That just shows how difficult these conditions are.
This is going to look
trying to remember what
quite chaotic.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have the same thing as F1, otherwise it's going to be probably red flag after red flag. But they coped yesterday.
They did.
Sorry about that, by the way. Somebody's been messing around with our system software in that glitch, so the volume was very low.
Oh.
So that's why I throwed to you and you weren't there. I thought you were setting up for something else, but no, you're fixing a problem. So that's fine. What are your thoughts going into the session whilst you were trying to sort out the problem?
He's just left again.
He's gone again. Oh my god.
He's in and out.
He's in and out, up and down, side to side like a roller coaster. There we go. So he's sorting out the problem. I won't throw to him then unless he says something. How about
unless
that?
he's like in shot.
I can't see you guys, so I can't.
I'll let
tell.
you know when
so
he's
I'll probably
in
have to get the. Yeah, I'll let you. Thank you very much. So, Jess Edgar's on top, but we got times going through. Figure vast with Block going on top. I know Maya, the home favourite this weekend, is coming up towards the line. Purple set to 2. Abby's purple set to 1, but Maya goes top by a second over Block as Pink goes even quicker than Block, but it's slower than Maya by just less than a tenth of a second. Then we got our wild card for this weekend, who's doing very well in these wet conditions. Nina in 3rd spot. But Abby, one of our favourites going into this weekend, heading towards Isle and Jake in the banking. She's found a lot of time through there. She loves these wet conditions. We're used to it in Britain, so surely she's going to do well here in these cars. She was here in Danville quite a while back in July in the F4s. And she goes top by 1.4 seconds.
Jeez. She's really finding time in these conditions, and I don't know how she's doing it.
Magic. So this was the safe moment from Bianca. I don't know how she avoided the wall there.
Well, we're about to see. So she goes wide because she hits a wet patch, and then I think just by complete and utter luck, she manages to just avoid the wall. And
so she hits the curb. Oh, she had a problem there as well.
I think it's safe to say that the tyres must not have that much grip on them right now, so she might be like a little bit having trouble.
Of course, this is the only support series that we're having this weekend in Danville in the single series. Of course, we've got the Porsche Super Cup on as well. I don't know how they're going to cope in these conditions. I don't know when their qualifying session is, but it doesn't get streamed. I wish it does. I know Omi was trying to do his best to try and persuade them, but it never happened.
Yeah.
As Dorian improves even more, but stays in 3rd fastest. As more time is being found for more drivers. Abby slower in sector 2.
Yeah,
but she's still finding time overall.
I think she must have had a problem because yellow sector 1. Who's that?
No, it's not Chloe, it's not Abby, and it's not Loving Foss.
It's Block.
Through sector 3 now.
I think it's Block because
I wonder. Oh no, a green flag. So what if we'll see a replay as Abby goes top by a 3/10. Wow. I think Chloe could go even quicker, maybe. No. 1.6 seconds slower.
Who's really slow in sector 1? Okay, I think it was Al-Khabasi because Al-Khabasi had 51 seconds in sector 1. So
yeah, it was Al-Khabasi, yes. And there's the...
Yeah.
Oh, apparently, according to my timing 71, there's a yellow flag again, and then it's green flag again. So that's the first yellow flag. Same mistake as Bianca.
Yeah. Oh, but a bit more dramatic.
Oh, was that what happened earlier?
No, that
did the
was
same thing?
new. That was new.
But she almost did exactly the same thing, but just the other way around. But she was off the circuit this time.
That's Al-Khabasi and Bustamante both seeming to have low grip issues compared to the rest of the field. Looking at Chambers now.
I'm a bit surprised because Bianca's had quite a bit of experience around this track, but not as much in the wet. Quite a few drivers, when we were listening in practice, saying that they don't have that much experience in the wet. And for quite a few of them, it's their first time.
So they must be accidentally hitting the wet patches because they're not sure where they are. Here's Chloe Chambers on the same
That was the
point.
second yellow flag.
Yeah, the one you saw.
How did she get going? Oh, God, how did she get going? That was brilliant from Chloe Chambers.
Yeah, that was also very close on the re-entry bit. So they're all struggling round that corner, especially.
I think Loving Fossey almost avoided them as well. That was close. Well, just a reminder how qualifying works then. There are 2 races this weekend in F1 Academy, so your fastest lap time overall sets the grid for race 1, and the second fastest time you set will set the grid for race 2. So that's why you get 2 consistent lap times. If both of them are fast, you will get on pole position. So it is very important they get their laps in consistently, not just one time, as the track is improving, as Block is struggling through turn 11 and 12, but I think she gets the car together. Yes, she does.
Going very slowly. It's like she's testing each corner.
Testing the limits.
It's like, here's one rev of the gear, here's another rev of the gear, seeing how many she can get through.
Yeah, I wonder if it's one of her first experiences in the wet conditions, but she's not doing too bad. She's probably going to be in the 148. Not bad at all from her, despite her struggling in the wet patches. 3rd spot, so I think she would have been near Maya if she didn't make that mistake. As Dorian, I think, improves ever so slightly to 4th. Tina Houtsman's having a very good qualifying session in 5th spot. I was not expecting her to be up there.
She is having a very good qualifying. Edgar's just gone up to 6th as well. Gaben's got 7th now. You see, she could get points, I think, in both of the races.
Top 10, don't forget, score points just like normal Formula 1. 146.7 for Abby. Again, struggling in that middle sector. I think she still has the fast middle sector overall, though. Don't forget anyone's able to reach the 36s compared to what Abby could do. She's almost in the 32s in sector 3.
Yeah, she's getting very close to it. She was literally so close to the mark, having exactly 33.
Yeah. I think next lap or the lap after 32.9 will be possible in the final sector. We'll have to wait and see. I think this looks like a much better lap from Block, but I wonder if she's backing out a little bit as she's heading towards the final sector. No, she's not backing off because she was perfect best sector 1 and sector 2. It looked like she did, but she's carrying on. Up to the line they go. What is Block going to do? It's going to be a 1:47. Go second.
Though almost a 10. No, almost a whole second off of Abby Pulling's time. Oh, Hausman's just pitted.
Yeah, Hausman's just pitted. Block had a very good sector 1. She was a 10th off Abby Pulling's best sector 1 time. But she was about 5 or 6 tenths slower in sector 2, and sector 3 was about a second. That was where she lost it.
So at least she knows where she's got to avoid next time.
Yeah, that's where she struggled. You could tell the onboard as well she was struggling.
See, if this wet weather continues till later on today and tomorrow morning, then it's looking like these lot will be like already in their orders for how the race will end.
That is true. They have done testing in Zandvoort, so they are aware of the surroundings. But yeah, I hope it doesn't rain in the race because Zandvoort, as we know, is horrible to overtake her. It's a lovely qualifying track, but it's just awful to race at.
But racing is mean on Zandvoort.
Yeah, racing is later on this afternoon after the F1, I believe. After F1 qualifying. 4. About 4-ish, yeah. Let me just check, because there's quite a lot going on today.
Blocks in the speed trap.
Speed track, 214 kilometres an hour, 133 miles an hour.
Oh, goes a little bit off, but only one wheel, so that's good.
Yeah, only. Oh, she's wrestling the car through turn 3, and she's top of the speed trap.
Ooh.
Now, I believe the speed trap is at the start-finish straight, if I'm not too mistaken. But it's different in every track. Or it might be turn 10.
Yellow.
I don't know.
Sector 1, now green.
It's green flag.
So
that was a quick one.
Who was behind block? Because it must have been whoever was behind block who had that little off moment.
Well, by the way, the race for race 1, yeah, you're right, it's at 4 o'clock. Session time, 4:05. I see another yellow flag. Sector 1. I'm guessing it's turn 3.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of slow times.
What?
I'm getting a lot of slow times for, like, sector 1s. Yet again, I think one of them might have been Al Capacity. Blocks has gone off. Yellow.
Well, she found the escape road. There we go. So, yeah, that was one of the yellows. So, Al Capacity did a 47.0. Carry. So, either Carry, Amma, or Bianca.
Oh, was it pulling?
No, that was sector 2.
So, you're telling me that we've only had yellows for sectors 1, and yet we've had 2 offs in the exact same place, very close to each other in sector 2.
That was Bianca sector 1. That was the yellow flag in sector 1.
There was 2, so. There was 2 in
that was a nice save, though. Wow. I want to see it on board of that, but we can't, obviously.
Those were the 2 off.
Yeah, we continue on this session. I believe British Touring Car Free Practice 1 is just about to start. Yeah, it's on right now as well. Josh T is covering that with trackside audio as well, so that's going on at the same time. So if you want to have that on in the background as well as watching this, please feel free. As I think Marty, where is Marty at the moment? In 5th, who got, I believe, a podium last time. I'm surprised she's struggling a bit up there at the moment, but she's got some clean air as she heads towards. Oh, she's down on her time, so I think she's struggling a little bit there. It's hard to tell if the track conditions are getting better or worse. I think it's just about the same, I think. Don't do that.
In some areas, I think it is getting a little bit better. Like in sectors 2 and 3, like end of 2 and like 3, it seems to be getting a little bit better.
Sector 1 is always a troublemaker.
Even when it's in the dry.
Yeah, we saw that in the F1 in both practice sessions as well. A lot of lockups. It was like, oh, yellow flag. Oh, it's a lockup. We're seeing more speed trap times. Bianca, 124, as well as Abby, and I think it was Carrie, I just saw as well. That was topping the speed trap. Wind speed, according to my timing 71, 0.8 m_s, which I don't know what that means.
I don't actually know what that means either.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Track temperature 80.5 degrees, air temperature 60.5 degrees. So it's quite cold right now in the wet conditions.
Oh.
Tina radio.
Really, or did the rain stop?
Oh, so he's gotten better, the circuit.
Oh, that's what. So I was wondering why, because I thought it getting better. Yeah, it has stopped raining.
So they get a little bit of time.
Sector 3 looks, well, it's still a bit of spray in Sector 3, but you can tell it's like the sun is just peeking out. Like, hello, it's coming.
M/S is meters per second.
I thought so, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say the right thing, and someone in the comments like, that's the wrong thing.
Well, you're all right. Oh.
There's a red flag in British touring cars.
Oh, that ain't good.
No, that's not good at all. I wonder if it's raining there. I'm looking at the chat as well. That's why I've got the YouTube chat up. George says, I thought Megan says Glock instead of Flock for a second. Is that Glock? And he also said overtaking is hard example. As you said, in F1 Academy in general, they have no DRS. So you need to be a few temps away. Yeah. If you're not a few temps away, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And George says, talking about me, where the hell is he? He's busy this weekend. I think he's only back tomorrow for Porsche, yeah. The only one he's got is Porsche, and I think he might be doing qualifying later. Yeah, he is. He is doing qualifying because he's the only one available.
Hamilton going into the pits. A lot of people heading into the pit zone now.
Yeah, I think we're getting into 10 minutes. Yeah, we've got 9 minutes to go of the session. So unsurprisingly, they want to get their last few runs in to set their best 2 laps of qualifying, and they kind of need to if the track's getting better. And we could see some dry tyres on the car, but with Zandvoort we know that it doesn't dry up that fast. It does mean though in F1, hopefully, we could have a dry session. Please. Let me have a look at the weather actually.
I hope that we do, but it's looking unlikely.
Well, I had a wet start to my F2 race yesterday because we based it on the real weather.
Oh.
Oh, right, okay, great. So, it's cloudy now, and then it's sunny at 1 o'clock. Then it's meant to rain at 4 o'clock. So we're going to get a wet F1 Academy race later.
Oh, yeah.
And a wet end to qualifying.
So, basically, this will be the people...
Porsche might be dry, I guess. Later. Right, let me check when Porsche is. I might check their official website, actually. It's usually after all the other sports series, I believe.
A little overtake for Hausman against Pin there. Don't know why they're trying to overtake each other. Probably practice for later on.
It's a qualifying, not a race. So yeah, I don't know why, but I'm guessing they're trying to have the same bit of track. I'm just still trying to find the schedule for... Oh no, it's only showing F1. No, I want the actual full schedule, because usually they do.
Oh, Gateman has gone up into second position with a 1:37. Yeah, with a 1:47.555.
Now, I was expecting Nina to do well because she is a great driver.
Lost a bit of time in.
Give me info on the pit board.
Are you pulling this?
So,
Do you know what I hate?
Just use the pit board. Okay.
Do you know what I hate? When the others talk over. It's like they all have the same affliction. Yellow.
They do. Yellow flag. And as for me, the sooner radio has gone and shut up now. Red flag.
Oh.
So we're going to see what that red flag
Who's that
is.
for? That's sector 1, so it's obviously going to be turn 3.
Oh, that's going to...
We might actually
So
see.
we are not avoiding the curse of the red flag. It's red flag in both...
Bustamante,
Bianca.
again. This time she has not avoided for wall in turn 3.
Yeah.
It's quarter.
But we've had 2 red flags in F1 Academy, and
Yeah.
guess what? Both of them are qualified. Bianca. Oh, sorry.
She just said sorry.
I talked over the radio. I'm like, no, don't.
In fairness,
Yeah,
her
both of
radio
them
was
been
like...
caused by Bianca.
Yeah, in fairness, her radio was like 5 seconds.
That is true. So I think we're going to be there for stopped by quite a while. And since it is qualifying, the clock has stopped. It's only stopped in qualifying, but in practice it carries on. Now I think she didn't get the car stopped in time, whereas the first time she did it.
There isn't a marshal point where they can just push her, apparently. And there goes her wing.
That's good. I guess who's going to be probably starting at the back of the grid. She's 14th at the moment. And we know that Emily and Emma Alcabassi will improve, potentially. That was a quick red flag. I'm impressed.
They did it like immediately.
Yeah, it was like, I think about 5, 6, 7 seconds, and then boom, red flag. As Bianca gets out of the car, luckily, okay, so she's fine, but I guess she will go to the medical centre just to be checked out, but usually she'll be fine, but just for safety precautions for the driver.
She can go have a waffle. I know that McLaren have waffles in right now.
Oh, yummy. I love waffles.
Hello, you two. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Yes.
Hello, I'm in race control, so I'm actually in a completely different area watching the session. Just thought I'd give my 2 pence on that. It is very windy still out there today. I've just been looking at the weather and the wind. Yesterday it was, it was like 26, 27 mile per hour gusts. Today, at the moment, it's in the high 40s. So Bianca sliding off the track there, aquaplaning and hitting the barrier. Might just be the fact that the rear got stepped out. It's very slippery out there.
It is.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to be getting
It is a shame for her because, like I was saying to Megan, she calls the first red flag in free practice too yesterday.
Yeah, went off in the gravel, didn't she, as well, in practice too, so that was always something to keep an eye on. But, it's disappointing. Where's she qualified? Because my mirror's flipped up here, so I can't actually see
14th at the moment.
14th.
Yeah,
So
quite a few.
she's going to be starting near the back, and we know the track's going to get better.
Gateman,
Right,
though,
well-
3rd so
Yeah.
far.
She's quick, isn't she?
Yeah.
I did have high praises for her. She has good experience in a lot of single-seaters. And she's raced here British F4, and she did quite well there too.
Yeah, she's got the advantage of having experience only just a month ago, so that's going to be majorly great news for her. But yeah, that front end's going to need a lot of repairing. Luckily, the race is at the end of the day after everything, so it's all...
At 4 o'clock.
Yeah, Academy bookends everything today, so that's okay.
What about the Porsche? Porsche qualifying for, I think, after that.
I can't
Yeah.
remember because, it's always after the race. I thought they might have put it in between
Or they might
the
put it
F1s.
before, after FP3.
That's what I was thinking.
This is so cool. Looking at the cars
Oh my god!
flying.
Look at that is cool. To be fair, let me have a look.
Where they're taking it, by the way, is the local fan area. So you can just see where the paddock starts if you watch along with us. But also it's the local fan area because that little shuttle bus you see there is actually a cafe diner.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? It looks cool. Oh, but yeah. By the way, I was right. Qualifying is after FP3.
Ah, okay, yeah, because with
So
no
is it
F2,
12
F3.
our
yeah.
time, 1 p.m. their time.
If only Sky Sports F1 would show it. It would make mine and Omi's life easier.
I wouldn't mind that, please.
Well, actually, yours and Omi's life easier to think about it because it's you two covering it while me and JT do... No, why just me do this race one?
Race will be resumed.
Yeah, and it's just a pre-show, so I'll join you as soon as we may have to cut the podium short, so I could join
1 minute.
you for. We're starting in 1 minute. Okay. 10:44 local time.
I'll
You'll have
hand
to
back
head
to you
down
then. If you need
soon.
me, give me a shout. I'll be back in the box with about 2 minutes to go, so I'll make my way back down soon.
Okay.
Thank you, Josh, for your insight as we have an interview.
The last corner. We've had it
Here
at
you go.
British F4 and on the sim always that I'm really quick at that one. So I'm looking forward to get a good exit from there and then overtake in turn 1.
Do you know?
That was Nina being interviewed there. One of our wildcard drivers, 3rd at the moment. I kind of do hope a wildcard gets pole position.
I
That'll be
really
good.
hope she
That'll be
wins.
good. I hope she wins as well.
Not just because I really love her car livery.
I just like underdogs. I always like watching a sport and watching an underdog win. Or get pole or whatever. Like someone you don't expect.
It's just
Like
like,
Oscar Piastri in Hungary, but it was a weird way that he won.
Yeah, it was.
So I hope he wins another race, but not in that way.
I hope he does too. Do you know what happened when I told you 1 minute until the race start? I mean, the quali
What?
start. For some reason, I don't know how, but Siri just decided to set a 1 minute timer for me. But you know what's the creepiest thing? I wasn't touching my
What?
phone, and I don't have Hey Siri activated.
And he didn't say Siri, did you?
I don't have that activated on my phone.
That is odd then.
I don't have my voice activation activated because like,
I have
don't see-
the
what?
Google activation thing, but it's now Gemini and it's weird.
Gemini.
Yeah, it's like one of those AI things. It's just weird, like when you try and say something, sometimes it can never be accurate. But that's why I don't use it often. Pulling radio.
Charge through the traffic.
Engine.
It's not traffic, and it's an opening lap. This is where they're meant to be. She can't charge through it. Ruin her tyres, why don't? Why give her that order?
I don't know, Jess's camera might have frozen actually
Yeah.
looking at it. Yeah, so I'll take over for a split second. Abby pulling, just going a bit slower around turn 3 as they'll get the activation point as well. So 4 minutes left on the clock. That's always going to be the interesting part to try and remember with it. Oh,
block.
Leah block straight on. Now, is that down at Tarzan? Looked like that was down at turn 1.
Yeah,
I'm
around.
a bit flipped, and Jess is back.
Sorry about. I don't know what I did.
There we go. And again.
No, there we go. We can hear you now.
There.
My internet's being very temperamental at the moment.
Well, here's a replay
If
for
I'm-
you.
yeah.
It's saying action needed at the moment. This is not good.
They've stolen my line at the start of the race.
So yeah, you're not the only one. Incident involving Hamad Al Kabasi noted red flag infringement. Now what was that?
Probably too fast, speeding under something or other.
But I think I'm sorted with my internet, luckily. As I was saying before I died, there's a lot of traffic out there, and that's what Abby radio for, was for people to move out the way, because we don't have long rest. They've got 2 laps to set, so there's going to be a lot of activity. Unless you're Bianca, that you're out.
I really like Noble's livery too. I'm just all for the livery.
Nobles is my favourite. Nobles is my favourite because I like the blue and the orange fitting together. It just looks lovely.
It's so harmonious.
Beautiful. I could always, like, in Jeddah, I remember commentating Jeddah, I can always tell Noble's livery straight away because of how distinct it is. But anyway, she goes up to the line to complete her first lap. P5. Wow. The track is improving, so if you're not out on track at the moment, get a move on. But they're not improving on Abby Pulling's time. As Houseman goes 8th, Nina Gaiman is improving a little bit on her time, but she's slower in sector 2. I think that's her going out to complete a lap at the moment. What's it going to be? Is she going to beat any one of driver's time? She's not going to beat Pulling's time, and she's not going to beat Pin's time. She stays 3rd.
She could
Still very impressive.
Possibly get another run in it.
Yeah, she'll have time for one more. So I think she'll go for an in lap and then another fly lap. I think that's what most people will do.
Yeah. So they just have
Not
enough
like
time.
in F2 where they just stop with 2 minutes to go. Like, why?
It's like, oh, it's over now. It's only a 1 minute 20 track. It's like, it's over.
like Austria, for example. There was people that stopped with 2 minutes to go. I'm like, what are you doing?
I always, that gets me really angry when people do that. Or when they come out late.
Whereas F1, they just keep going, which is good. Be like F1.
Apart from when sometimes they come out late. Seriously, that frustrates me so much. And it was like,
oh my God,
why
I
are you
remember
wasting time?
Was it either Canada this year or last year? No, it was one of the years where we thought that the Ferraris were what the Ferraris was going to be in Q3. Turns out that Albon or someone was on the lap and they improved and knocked both the Ferraris out.
That was this year, I think.
That was this year? Oh yeah, it was
yeah,
this year.
I think it was Leclerc.
Yeah, it was Leclerc. Nobles goes 2nd.
Whew. Apparently having really good liveries really helps in Zandvoort.
Yeah, so my time is 71, it's not updating. But anyway, yeah. And as Pig goes 2nd. As Al Kabasi goes 9th. I think that's Hamad Al Kabasi. The driver did that one in Zandvoort last year, race 2. But has not won a race since Zandvoort last year. Track is definitely dry now. There's Alice Powell watching on. I think I'm almost certain Abby's still going to get pole position.
Should be
We've got,
very
I think,
proud.
20 seconds to go.
There's Nobles.
I think she's slowing down a bit. I think that typical. I think we were saying, come on, get some laps in, and they're stopping.
Slows down. It's like, oh,
They
do you know
did.
what? I may as well just not try on this last flying lap, which you only have that left to go.
No, it's typical, isn't it? It is typical. As the checker flag has dropped, and we don't see any timings come up on our boards.
Yeah.
So I do believe that's Abby that's going to be topping the session, and we'll start race 1 on pole. I'm almost certain she's going to be starting race 2 from pole as well. Unless it's either Nobles or Pin. I always want it to be someone different, but I doubt it. No, Marty's improving. Yes,
Woohoo!
Marty, go on.
Someone's actually
And
did.
Maya's improving. I don't know why they didn't show the timings before, but they're showing the timings now. Here we go. Towards the end of qualifying, Marty getting a slipstream from the driver in front. Pulled his tail put a little bit. Can she go top? No, she goes third. Maya, can she go top? She goes fourth. Tina Hausman doesn't improve, but she stays out anyway. Stays 12th, I think. So, is anyone else out? Love and Fossey. Oh, she's still going. I doubt she's going to improve on her time. It's a bit of a dry patch heading towards the start-finish straight, but you've got to be careful for the wet patches. So that's what Love and Fossey was trying to avoid. She goes up to the line, stays 13th, but improves on time. And that's it. That's it. Checker flag is there for everybody. So Abby Pulley will be on pole for race 1 of F1 Academy later. Well done to her. I'm not too surprised, to be honest, because she's the queen in the wet in Zandvoort. And yeah, definitely is. 146.7. No one, I think, managed to get into the 146s apart from her. I think she had 2 laps in the 146s, if I'm not that mistaken. We'll hear the team radio very, very soon. And I think she probably was expecting it. Biggest surprise, Noble's in 5th. Chambers only down in 7th, and she's been on podiums for most Grand Prix this season. So yeah, I'm surprised to see Chloe Chambers make it down in 7th. I was expecting her to be higher.
Yeah, I was expecting her to be higher as well, but I think this might be, like, I think this might just be where they're going to end up for race 1, to be honest.
Oh, okay. So Dorian did get into the 146, so by time 71 did not update. So, Dorian, sorry, team radio.
Awesome, thank you guys, thank you. I struggled at the end for you to talk about that. There was a lot in it, but yeah, struggling with the rear, but awesome.
So struggling a bit on the rear, she said. As I was saying, Dorian, don't forget, just came back from a rib injury. She struggled a little bit in wherever the track was. I think it was Spain. Yeah, it was Spain. So she starts race 1 in P2, but she starts race 2 in pole position. So she started race 2 from pole. That's more like it. And there's the race 2 pole sitter radio.
Race 2. Good job. Brava.
Yeah, okay, guys.
I was expecting more reaction from her there. I was like,
Megs.
okay.
Yes?
Relax, Megan. I'm on my way. I just had to.
You're not on your way quick enough.
6 text messages I've received.
Oh, God.
Not all of them are from me. I've said 4.
As they all get into the support paddock. There we go.
Well, he wouldn't answer.
Be patient. He said he was gonna join at the end, and he did.
Not quick enough.
Oh my God. Josh, what did you think of qualifying? Abby starting pole in race 1, Dorian starting pole in race 2. It's more like it from Dorian to go back to her normal self. Can she win this weekend?
I think she can, you know. I'm back in the box, by the way. She can. She's got this attitude this weekend where she's put all the injuries of her broken rib behind her. She's been training so hard over the summer break. As said, she's been away with friends. She's done so much more exercise to get back to full fitness. And we're seeing levels that we haven't seen her since, well, Jeddah, the start of the year. So I'm expecting something special in the 2 races.
I'm expecting, and I think it was about 2 temps separating the top 2. So that was impressive between Dorian and Abby as well. So I can't wait to see them 2 fighting in race 1 later on at 4 o'clock. I hope they do fight.
Yeah.
I really do. So I just don't want to see one of them going into the distance and winning, because that's been the whole case, I think. Apart from Jeddah, when it was them 2 fighting for the entirety of the race, it was just like Abby pulling away, or Chloe pulling away, or whoever got the lead into turn 1 pulling away.
Yeah,
But it happens.
Watch out for Bianca, though. Completely out of position in both races. She's going to be storming through.
And I looked to the weather for this afternoon, Josh.
And?
It's meant to rain in the F1 Academy race.
Well, it's going to be thrilling later.
It's going to be dry, wet, dry.
I look forward to sitting at the side of the commentary box then. Or going to watch them from race control. Might do that.
You can watch. I think this is the last race of the day as well, so you can always watch from race control.
Set it all going. Megan's staring at me now. I don't know. Anyway.
Don't worry, I've got team. I'll have team viewer.
See, Jess got team viewer. I said to Megan, I don't get to bed until 4:30 this evening because of NASCAR. 4 o'clock latest. That's when the broadcast window ends. We're on air 12 till 4. So I have to be up for the F1 Academy race too. I said to Megan, if you could just take that race, with Jess on TeamViewer, I can then have just an extra hour.
Yeah, I could always do that. It's fun.
See?
I don't trust myself with the things.
You did it fine.
You did fine earlier whilst Josh was in race control when you were doing the radios.
Yeah.
What if something
did
like
good.
what happened this morning with the technical issues happened?
Oh, fair point. Let's go on, Jess.
Anyway, your results for qualifying for race 1. Abby Pulling goes on top with Dorian Pin in 2nd, Maria Marti in 3rd, Maya in 4th place, Nobles in 5th, Nina with an impressive qualifying in 6th, Chloe Chambers in 7th, Laya Block in 8th, Hamna Al-Kabasi in 9th, Jess Edgar in 10th. Then we get Carrie Schreiner in 11th, Tina Houtsman in 12th, Lola Lovenfossi in 13th, Bianca Bustamante, after causing the 2nd red flag of the weekend, is in 14th, and then we've got Emily DeHouse in 15th. Anna Al-Kabasi had a horrific qualifying session. She could only manage 16th position. And I think, hopefully, like we did for the Spanish race, we'll get results for race 2 qualifying to see who's qualified where for race 2. But I don't think we're going to get that. So we'll keep you up to date when we in race 2. So I'll start in race control. Josh, any final thoughts heading into race 1 later?
This is going to be a very chaotic day all around with the amount of rain that we've got coming in. So I expect that we have a start time for F1 Academy. We might not meet it if F1 keeps getting delayed. Because if the F1 Academy cars are struggling, God knows what's going to happen with the F1 cars that are a million times faster and a million times more susceptible to aero wash from the gusts of wind we've got.
You see the amount of spins as well I'm seeing in the montage.
I'm counting about 12 out of the 16. That's great.
Yeah. Megan, any final thoughts from you?
Crashy.
I love it. I should have said one word and then she could have said it. So, yeah. Practice 1 is happening at the moment for touring cars, so make sure you watch that. But our next action on JBMotorsports with the single seater side is free practice 3. We're on air at 10:15 to start at 10:30, so make sure you join us for that. For myself, Megan and Josh, take care, and we'll see you for free practice 3. Goodbye.